Hello, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your Maker 2199. I'm showing you guys here my stats. This is what I prestige. This is the really first prestige, and I went straight to it after the game. After I finished with the game that I was able to prestige, and that's just the stats that I had so far, just to show you guys, to give you guys a little bit of a reference to what I have been able to do, in the time that I've played. I played a day, and I got quite the amount of kills and all of that. Only 200 games, and I was able to prestige in one day of gameplay, or of gaming, whatever. But I think that's pretty good. I think I do fairly well, and that's just because I play the game pretty well. And here I'm just taking you guys through what I selected basically, and I don't know. Hopefully you guys do enjoy, but the purpose of this video here is to bring you guys a new tips and tricks series for Infinite Warfare. Now, for tips and tricks, it's really interchangeable between game. Call of Duty doesn't really change much. So any tips basically here apply to any other Call of Duty. But because I know that people are just gonna look for tips on Infinite Warfare and stuff like that, I might do one for this one and one for Modern Warfare that might be very similar, to what I say, so just to cater to a larger audience. And if you guys saw one, the other one, might be the same, or I don't know, I might include some stuff that wasn't included, so do, keep track of them. If I'm just trying to cater to a larger audience, because I know that not everybody that plays Infinite Warfare got the Modern Warfare Remastered, and if you did, maybe you play more one or the other. And if you're not interested, like in Black Ops 3, because I have some tips on tricks on Black Ops 3, and I only leave those up, people are not gonna come watch it because Black Ops 3 is pretty irrelevant now. So enough of that though. Let's get into it. So if you guys just see me repeating some stuff, that's the reason why. But to begin here, this is my very first game, back to Call of Duty. I've been playing a ton of Gears of War. All of you guys know how big of a fan I am, and I decided to come back because my my Xbox was having a little bit of issues, connecting to the For Honor like beta. I think it already finished, and if it didn't, it was having a lot of issues, trying to connect to it, and this is before this gameplay goes on, obviously, but I was just having issues with that. And then Gears of War, I've played so much of it, I played like 2 months of it already straight, so I was getting a little bit tired of it, it was becoming easy mode, so I decided to come back to Call of Duty, and there was a ton of lag. This is the reason that I had left, and I don't know if it's my capture card or what, because right here I don't see the lag, but when I was playing, I guarantee you that there was a ton of lag. So if you guys see me shooting like a spot awkwardly or something like that without me correcting my aim, that could be why. I was experiencing a lot of lag, playing this Call of Duty game, and but it doesn't show right here on the gameplay, so I'm just gonna assume that it's my capture card or whatever. I got something weird, like right there I'm shooting at the side, but that's where the player was on my screen when I was playing. So I just so that you guys have that in mind. So the tips that I'm gonna go over today are very, very, very basic. So I just came back, and I dropped this pretty good game, and like I said, my average game, what I usually shoot on Call of Duty is somewhere in the 30s, that's my average game. That's a pretty solid score. And my third game in, I think it was my third game in, I dropped a 40 something. And that is very typical of me playing Call of Duty. For me, Call of Duty is easy mode. It's quite simple, and I don't really struggle too much with it. I understand the layouts and the basics on how it's it's made or how it works. So that's what I'm gonna try to share. Some of those tips with you guys, so that you guys can better your scores and be better players. But I'm right here. You just see me taking out 2, and I'm using the K-Bar 32. I believe that's what it's called. This is the fully automatic. I said that this was the best weapon, and I don't even remember the name of it. But yeah, it's a really good weapon, and I it melts people like crazy, and I'm using, you know, the alternatives. I got a few alternatives, you know, creating them or whatever with the spare points, and that's what I'm using here. So this alternative that I'm using, it allows me to shoot, you know, with a lot more accuracy. It reduces the spray when you scope in and all of that. And if you guys have seen my gameplay, I for the most part always zoom in, and right there, like always, I always get stuck on walls and stuff like that. But this is the best weapon for me and my style of gameplay. So that's the tip that I wanna give you guys today, and that is, you know, try every weapon. You know, I've done a few reviews, and you guys should go ahead and check them out, you know, to see how I used the weapon and all of that to get the crazy score that I did. But I do change my style, you know, depending on the weapon that I use, and it all depends on the map that I'm playing and the people that I play against. Once I take a note of what they're doing, I'll change my class setup, and I'll cater to that, you know, environment, to that game, and I'll do the best that I can always, you know. And but yeah, so the thing is that you guys have to play your own game, you know. Don't try to copy what I'm doing. Don't try to copy, you know, the weapon that I have out. This is why I don't do like loadouts and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do one on the future, but you guys gotta find your game style. You guys gotta find, you know, what works for you, the style of gameplay that best works for you, you know, and use those weapons and use those things to your advantage. You know, I'll always use those things, you know. When I change weapons, it's mostly to work on me being a more versatile player. I've always said this, you know, now for a few videos, and I try different styles and stuff like that to cater to different, you know, situations or scenarios. But that's me working on my game, and I encourage you guys to do that, you know, and find out what works best and stick to it, you know. Or at least when you're doing badly, you know, come back to what works, you know, and get a good game, you know. But I do encourage people to try different stuff, you know. I don't want to give you guys just like a weapon, like just use this and do this or whatever, and that is it, you know. You guys are gonna play pretty mediocre, because I might be good with one weapon or with some things. I might be better than some people with them, and some people might not be able to use them. So with you just coming in, you know, and taking the time to, you know, get familiarized with the weapons, you know, start getting used to what you can do and what you can't do and all of that good stuff, you know, you're on the road to becoming a better player. Now I do recommend you to try every single weapon, and I've recommended, you know, if you guys go back and look at my weapon reviews, you know, some of these weapons I reviewed because they were fantastic. Others I just reviewed for the heck of it, you know. I used them a lot, and I thought they were pretty poor, and I couldn't really do much with them, you know. But I know that there's people that go beast with, you know, any kind of weapon, you know. It really depends on you, your gameplay and all of that. So come in, you know, check them out, and if you already checked them out, you know, never give up on a weapon, or at least I believe that, unless it's complete crap, you know, like 9 times out of 10, if you always do crap with it, then yeah, I might avoid it. But other than that, you know, I always try to give a weapon that I did poorly a chance, you know, and try to do better, and hopes that I become a better player, more versatile or whatever. But once you find that golden weapon, you know, once you find that style that's best suited for you, it's always best to just keep true to it, and you'll always do good, you know. If you do something that you already prove you're good at, you're always gonna be reliable. Your shot's gonna be consistent. You're gonna drop consistent games, and at the end of the day, you know, that's all that matters. It's how efficient you are, you know, with what you're using. So hopefully, you know, this encourages some of you guys to come back, try some weapons, you know, watch some of my reviews that I got up, you know, and check them out. Maybe you guys find a weapon, or give a try. You try out a weapon that you had already, you know, deemed that it was worthless. And hopefully it works out pretty good, you know. And for the next tips and tricks video, it's gonna be me getting more detailed into aiming, because I feel that a lot of people struggle with their aim. And then I'm gonna try to break down a little bit, maybe map awareness, or maybe something else, you know. And hopefully you guys do enjoy the series, you know. It's just gonna be in general, and we'll continue. Hopefully the channel does succeed. It's been getting a few more viewers. I got in a few more subs. Hopefully we can continue this trend. Hopefully we can continue to go forward. Hopefully you guys do like, sub, and just keep tuned for more to come. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.